My greatest accomplishment is this speech, actually. No, it's not really. In all truth, my greatest accomplishment was very, very illegal. I'll show you what I used to do it. These and this. So let me start from the start. One day, I worked at a bed and breakfast, and we had leftover muffins. You don't want leftover muffins. So I called up a friend and asked who might be hungry in my community. And it turns out the people around the corner at the community garden. The thing was, though, this was no ordinary community garden. This garden was a guerrilla garden. That means it was built on land that definitely was not owned by the people gardening. So, I go over there, I meet the founder, Tony. Tony was actively homeless at the time that she formed this garden on a piece of vacant land surrounded by apartments with families from all over the world, and it was blighted as the day was long, grass above your head, all kinds of scary things happening there, needles lying everywhere, rats coming out of the tall weeds, and it made the whole neighborhood unsafe. So Tony, even though she was in a crisis, she had no place to sleep at night, she started growing tomatoes and potatoes. So I brought some muffins and made lifelong friends. We embarked on this journey together, and it just grew and grew and grew, as a garden is supposed to do. We learned more about the neighborhood around. It was full of people from all over the world, folks from Vietnam, refugees from Central America. They couldn't speak each other's languages, but it turned out they could grow pretty much anything. And so they ended up teaching us how to grow half the things that we ended up harvesting. And as it continued, the weeds were gone, we were getting crops in, and so we were kind of legit. We wrote the owners, they gave us their blessing, and things really started kicking off. People were signing up for plots, kids were coming to play, we put up a swing, we made a plan, we made a sign. Everyone was enjoying it. The neighborhood was safe now. And all of the people leaving needles before were still coming around too, but they weren't doing anything that would make the neighborhood unsafe. You see, we had a consistent presence. We earned trust and security from folks, and that means they didn't need to abuse drugs as much either. So, we did movie nights. We built a children's garden. The children loved that. And then, sadly, we were abruptly kicked off. The owner got an offer from Kroger. So, very sad. However, that wasn't the end. We kept the connections that we had built and formed a landscaping service. The teamwork, the skills we learned from mowing those 2 acres even in the dead of summer, still going strong 3 years later with Lawn Chicks, the first trans woman-led lawn service in Memphis. So my question to you is, where can a person go to belong and be listened to in your community? I'd like you to look at Johann Hari's TED Talk, Everything You Know About Addiction Is Wrong. In these times of division and disconnection with each other, we all need a place that's safe and where we can go and grow. Thank you.